Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome to Halaqah number 8. Inshallah, we will finish pondering Al-Fatiha in 9 halaqas. So next one will be the last, inshallah. Let's start by reading the translation of Surah Al-Fatiha according to Bridges translation. أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. In the name of Allah, the All-Merciful, the Bestower of Mercy. الحمد لله رب العالمين. All praise be to Allah, Lord of all realms. الرحمن الرحيم, the All-Merciful, the Bestower of Mercy. مالك يوم الدين, Master of the Day of Recompense. Maliki Yawmiddin, according to the different qira'ah, King of the Day of Recompense. Iyaka na'budu wa iyaka nasta'in. It is you we worship and it is you we call for help. Ihdina as-sirata al-mustaqim. Guide us to the straight path. صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. The path of those you have blessed, not those who have incurred wrath, nor those who have gone astray. Ameen. It is clear that Al-Fatiha is a summary of all the topics of the Quran. We already said that we can consider every sign of Al-Fatiha as a heading under which we can classify each ayah in the Quran. And one of the main characteristics of the Quran is conciseness. If a certain meaning can be conveyed in 4 words, the Quran will never express it in 5, only in 4 words or even less if possible. That way, the Quran remains captivating and eloquent. So if this is the nature of the Quran, then it only makes sense that Al-Fatiha, as a summary of the Quran, has to be extremely concise. However, upon reading Ayah 6 and Ayah 7, you may think that they could have been more concise. Why did Allah mention the word sirat, path, twice? Read with me ayah number 6 and number 7. Guide us to the straight path, the path of those you have blessed, not those who have incurred wrath, nor those who have gone astray. It could have been worded also like that. Guide us to the straight path of those you have blessed, not those who have incurred wrath, nor those who have gone astray. This way, the word path would be mentioned just once. Good? No, not good at all. Because that would be a violation of a fundamental principle. To say, the straight path of those you have blessed, then the path of Allah would have been defined by people. But as the rule says, the truth should not be defined by men. Rather, men should be defined by the truth. Imam Ali ibn Abi Talib, may Allah be pleased with him, has a famous quote that says, the truth is not defined by men, rather know the truth and you will know its men. It is those who have been blessed are the ones defined by the straight path of Allah. It is not the path that is defined by them. Why is that? It's because people are liable to make mistakes. Even if they are good, honest, respectable, who have been blessed by Allah, still they are fallible. You cannot consider every single word uttered by them to be the truth. Then if they say anything wrong, that would be considered in the eyes of people as the truth. The truth is the one and only truth and is not open to different possibilities or options. And defining the truth by certain people takes away from the value of the truth itself. Supposing, for example, someone asks you to define honey. You could either say it's a blessed drink, Or say, it's the drink of sportsmen, of champions. Saying that it's a blessed drink made the value of honey something intrinsic to it. But when you say it is the drink of sportsmen or champions, you made the value of honey dependent on the value of those who drink it. So that way you have decreased the value of the honey. The second point of tadabbur in this issue is guide us to the straight path. This is the first time as-sirat, the path, is mentioned in the Quran. It must be defined by an intrinsic characteristic of it. It's being the straight path. And then after Allah defined it as the straight path, He emphasized that by mentioning that it is the path of those whom He has blessed. The ayah says, guide us to the straight path, the path of those you have blessed. We can also wonder about the significance of asking guidance at this point. In sign number 5, you had already confirmed, it is you we worship. Iyyaka na'bud. So you do not worship anyone but Allah. But how will you worship Him? Do you need to pray? How? And how many times? Do you need to fast? How? And when? That's the whole idea. As long as we have declared that we do not worship anyone but Allah, we must ask Him to guide us to the proper way to worship Him, the way He accepts, so that we don't end up doing something wrong when we think we are doing something good. A sound mind is a great blessing from Allah. Through it, we are able to realize the existence of the Creator and to perceive the main attributes of the Creator, such as wisdom and knowledge and all that. The story of Hayy ibn Yaqdhan is a very important story. It's about a newborn who was 1 day old when a catastrophe happened that led to his being abandoned on an island, alone with no human beings at all. He grew up among the animals and the birds and the nature, and he never saw any human beings in his life. But he started using his mind and was able to realize that there is such a thing as the soul inside every living creature, and that there is a Creator. And he was able to realize the main characteristics of that Creator, but he could not go past that. Hayy ibn Yaqdhan on the island represents the human mind on earth. The mind is incapable of grasping any details beyond that. People need a revelation. We need a book we can read. That's why after the mind made us realize there was a Creator, there came the role of the revelation to guide man to the ways of worship and to what pleases Allah. Revelation means prophets and books. Sending revelation means there is a religion, prophets and books. That's why the first thing that guide us to the straight path means is that you have faith in Allah's wisdom and Allah's knowledge. You will never ask guidance from someone whom you don't trust his wisdom and knowledge. And you cannot fully trust a knowledge unless it is infinite. Human knowledge, science, is marked by progress. We keep updating it because every now and then we discover new things and realize that what we thought we knew turned out to be wrong, or at least not very accurate. And we learn new things and new information while we are so happy that we realize the mistakes in our previous knowledge. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is Al-Alim, the all-knowing, meaning the one with infinite knowledge. His knowledge does not evolve, nor is it updated ever, because He is the one who has all the knowledge there is. He is actually the source of knowledge Himself. So accordingly, the fact that you are asking guidance solely from him is evidence that you trust the totality of his knowledge and the perfectness of his wisdom. But if you were asking guidance from a human being, you would probably take a second opinion to compare between the two opinions in case the first opinion is not so perfect. But when you take the opinion of the one with all the knowledge and all the wisdom, you do not need to take a second opinion. With Allah, there's no second opinion. You only ask him. Guide us means show us or make us know. The Arabic word used for path is sirat, and it means a wide road that accommodates and encompasses many people. Straight means the shortest distance between 2 points. Therefore, as-sirat al-mustaqim, or the straight path, means the shortest distance that will make us reach our destination. So these are people who know their destination and they just want guidance to the route to take, the way to take. Those who say, guide us to the straight path, want to please Allah. So they are asking him to tell them how to please him. Please pay close attention here. So who is it who did the asking here? It is the human being who wants to worship Allah. So he asked Allah to guide him to the proper way to worship him. And then Allah asked him to pray, so he prayed. So who is it who effectively asked to pray? It is the human being, because it is him who asked for guidance to worship. So everything that Allah told you to do, whether that is praying or fasting or giving charity or staying away from sin or doing good deeds, all of that is what you originally asked for when you said, Ihdina as-sirat al-mustaqim. Guide us to the straight path. You are the one who asked him to tell you how to please him. You are the one who asked him how to tell you how to worship him. So when he told you, it's basically what you asked for. So whenever you approach any form of worship, do it with that in mind. Allah gave it to you in answer to your dua. Guide us to the straight path. You will be doing this type of worship with love, because you will have understood that Allah asked you to do it because you asked him to show you how to please him. I hope you got that. Guide us to the straight path. All of Allah's commands can be put under that heading in the Quran. Guide us to the straight path. As we said, Al-Fatiha is a number of headings under which we will classify everything we read after that in the Quran. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah, and see you in the next episode. Will be inshallah the last one in Pondering Al-Fatiha.